Time on the Radio Racket just after midnight. It's the midnight hour. That's right. 12:08, 8 after 12.
Who do you think you are, Wilson Pickett?
52 before 1. And Kyle DeWitt with us. He has all the latest happenings. What's going on?
I'll do, friends.
Hello.
Good morning. It's Saturday, July 21st, 2007, with Radio Racket Radio News. I'm Kyle DeWitt. A deal between Sound Exchange and Internet music casters is still nowhere to be found, and negotiations seem to be falling apart on a new sticking point, George. The radio and Internet newsletter reports that record labels represented by Sound Exchange are now asking for compensation for stream ripping.
So ridiculous. I'm going to tell you that, first of all, I don't even know where to start. This is so ridiculous I can't even talk about it.
Yeah. All right, next story.
I mean, this is the stream ripping. You understand what this is, right? It's like when you TiVo a show.
Right.
You know, here's what okay, how about if the RIAA now starts coming down on TiVo? Because, hey, lots of TV shows have licensed music within it. Uh-huh. How is this any different than when someone TiVos a show and watches
every
it later?
Time you watch it back, it's a rebroadcast.
That's it. You know, I want every TV now has to have the you put the quarter in it, and you know, if there's licensed music, the picture freezes until you put another quarter in.
Hey, good looking. Much like our old stream. Oh, my.
Don't give me any ideas. I like that.
The Digital Media Association says that this whole thing is ridiculous because they say the practice of stream ripping is rare and very hard to do.
Yeah, well, it's not very hard to do.
Didn't quite buy that either.
That's kind of silly.
And that's the only type of ripping where George doesn't have to disinfect the studio.
There's software that'll do it. There are different ways of stream ripping. Now, there are software programs where it'll literally take the MP3 audio and save it as it comes in, bit by bit by bit, save it as a data file. Then you have what most people do, and that is simply record the audio as analog audio. There's no way you're ever going to be able to stop that. Now, 99.9% of Americans who are listening to music, they're not audiophiles. They're not audio geeks. They don't care. As long as it doesn't sound like garbage, they don't care. And when we talk about so-called HD radio, we bring this up, where the average American, 99.9% of people have no problem with the sound quality of FM radio.
Right.
Because there are only certain frequencies that a human can hear and appreciate. Well, it's the same thing with this. Now, you're going to tell me, if you're the RIAA, you're going to tell me that you're worried about somebody listening to music via a 32K stream or even a 64K stream? What about FM radio? You're going to get a better sound quality out of regular old FM radio. Now, the Supreme Court has already said home taping is okay for time shifting. Taping off the radio is okay. That's already been settled. I can't believe this is no different. If anything, it's even more inane. It's even more inane.
Well, I think at this point it's like they're almost just trying to bring up ridiculous arguments,
just to tie it up and obfuscate,
and obfuscate the whole situation.
It's ridiculous. I can't even believe that we have to talk about that. I mean, we do because that's the show we do, but we shouldn't even be talking about this. But this is now what's being talked about. Now, the folks in Congress who don't know anything about radio, don't know anything about music, they're politicians, they hear this. The ones who supported the Internet Radio Equality Act, they hear this. They don't understand what we're talking about. And they say, oh, I never thought of that. Well, maybe they have a point there. That's why this is coming up. It's just to confuse the congressmen. They hear this and they say, I guess that is a problem. Oh, we never thought of that. It just blurs the lines. It's bad news. And the quicker we can get past this nonsense, the better off we'll be. But they're not going to let that happen. They're going to stall this thing as long as they can. And remember, these guys are not your friends. When Sound Exchange comes out with their so-called olive branch offers, it's... What's the matter, Marc? Are you okay?
We boring you?
No, I'm sleepy.
Marc just sighed, and now he looks like he's about to fall asleep. You came all this way for the show?
I'm like this every Friday night, I swear to God.
Into the mic.
Has he said anything since hour one?
Yeah, you've been rather quiet. I wouldn't ordinarily interrupt the flow of the show, but you look like you're dying over here.
It's hot.
I know it's hot in here, but you're tired?
Same thing as every Friday night, no different.
Oh.
Yeah, he does fade. He does.
All right.
It's not us putting you to sleep.
The wussification of the Racketeers.
Should we call you a cab?
No.
You want to go home?
Should we
Should we talk about Amber?
get you a
Will that wake you up?
Chevy Trailblazer?
Do you have any pictures in your camera of Mark dancing with Amber?
Oh, I have plenty.
We'll show them the Mark. That'll wake them up. Maybe then he'll sit up straight.
Something will.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Very nice.
Al Sharpton says he will not oppose the return of Don Imus to the radio, according to Radar Online.
Oh, thank you, Al. I've been up
waiting
all night just worrying sick about this.
Weeks.
Thank you,
you
so
too?
much.
You too, George?
Thank you. What would I do without you?
That's why I had to. This story, I just thought it was hilarious. I'm like, someone is considering this news.
What's so ridiculous? Well, just like the whole Imus thing wasn't really news in the first place. The fact that you had local TV newscasts, not even in New York, leading with this.
Yeah.
As long as the media continue to feed on this nonsense, every time Jesse Jackson or Sharpton opens his mouth, the media go running around. Hold on, stop the Sharpton speaking.
They have played the media like a fiddle.
It's amazing how these guys have made careers out of this.
Yep.
Well, no, it's more amazing. These guys are obviously nothing more than opportunists. What's amazing is the fact that it's being allowed to happen, that the media just feed into this.
Lemmings, and they continue to feed on it.
Media feed into it because they know that idiots in the public continue to... Same reason why you see Paris Hilton on the news. Listen, Channel 3 this afternoon. Now, there were things going on in the Philadelphia area today. There was that in Millville, just outside Vineland city limits, the dog that mauled that blind woman.
Oh yeah,
there was few deadly house fires. A bunch of things going on. Pennsylvania smoking ban. You've got all kinds of things going on. Channel 3. What do you think the top 3 stories on Channel 3 at 4 o'clock were?
Harry Potter, Harry Potter, and Harry Potter.
They started off with the NBA referee.
Right. That's local. Okay. He's from Cardinal O'Hara.
Okay. I understand it's news. I don't think it's a lead story, but it's news. It should be in there. No, they spent the first 6 minutes on this showing B-roll from 5 years ago.
Right. Him running up and down the court.
They brought Don Bell, the new sports guy, who I like. He just stumbles a lot through the copy.
Yeah.
Brought him at the desk, breaking news, made a big to-do about this. All right, that was the top story. Second story, of course, weather.
I was going to say the beautiful weather.
Kathy Orr at the shore. They made a big deal about this. The fact that, it's getting hot in July. There's your second story.
Well, that's big news.
And yes, the third story that they spent 4 minutes on Harry Potter.
Every freaking newscast I flipped on over the time I've been up here, all they've talked about is Harry Potter.
Well, welcome to Philadelphia TV, Mark.
Now, look, as you know, I don't read. So, this stuff doesn't faze me. And I was saying to Jill earlier today, I said, I don't understand. Should I be... I'm annoyed when I see all this footage of people waiting in line on a hot summer day. My first instinct is to roll my eyes. But then I said to her, you know what? I guess it could be worse. They could be waiting in line for a hip-hop concert or PlayStation or something. At least they're reading. At least it's a book.
That's an interesting point you bring up, because I don't read the Philadelphia Inquirer. You subscribe to the Inquirer, Kyle, right? Is the Inquirer just as ridiculous? Like on the covers, do we see stories about the weather, about the Eagles?
Really, no, they try to be. I mean, they try to be more of a news.
Because if there's a medium that's dying, it's print.
Most cities our size have more than 2 major papers.
Right.
But here, you have the Inquirer, the Serious Daily, and then you have the tabloid Daily News, which then you would expect Paris Hilton to be on the whole front cover, or that when Alicia Lane was on the front cover because of the bikini picture. You expect that. Donovan McNabb went down. He takes up the whole front picture. T.O. front page. But, no, I think weather, that's a TV thing.
It really
Weather is such a TV thing. You don't even hear, even KYW News Radio, as ludicrous as its story selection has been in the last few years, doesn't go overboard with weather. That's a total TV thing. And it's especially bad here. What's it like in Connecticut, Mark? Do they do the same thing up there?
I was just reading on the radio info board today that they preempted programming on Light 100.5 and Hot 93.7 to talk about a tornado that touched down in Connecticut.
Well, that's a little different, I think.
Well, a tornado is a bit different. See, no, that's news.
Like, what's channel...
They simulcast it right from 1080, the big talk station.
What channel, what TV station do you watch for news in Connecticut? Do you watch Channel 30?
No,
Channel 8?
You're in the Hartford market?
Yeah.
Okay.
You watched what channel? Do you ever watch Channel 30? The Channel 30 news?
Yeah.
What do they typically lead with?
I'm sure it's no different than anyway. It's the same.
No, Philadelphia's bad.
No, I know it happens everywhere, but it's especially bad here. That, and I've been told that.
Yeah, but I think that's probably a product of 6 being the ratings winner forever, and the other stations in trying to make an impact, or and then 6 trying to, for some reason started acting the same.
10 started this nonsense in the early 90s when Belarus and I actually liked Belarus, but 10 seemed to start this when Earthwatch, when it was still CBS owned, they brought in Earthwatch, which was like, at the time, I think $100,000 in software, and they made this big deal about the weather. And then every other channel had to keep up and came up with its own version of 3D Earthwatch, and you saw this proliferate.
Yeah, they did that in Hartford
too.
too.
Yeah, so it wasn't just here, but you saw this just explode. And then when NBC took over Channel 10, that was the end of it. And then every other station had to jump on this weather bandwagon because, hey, it's an easy, lazy way to do your job when you can take half of your workload out by sending a damn camera crew to the Acme. Oh, what are you buying? Milk, bread, and eggs. It's snowing. What are you buying? Milk, bread, and eggs.
Yeah, I mean, how much research and how much copy do you have to write?
None.
Virtually none.
Yeah, you can step in front of the camera and do that story.
I'm telling you, MOS, which for those of you know, man on the street, that type of so-called journalism is some of the laziest, stupidest, nonsensical airtime fillers. Bunkum.
No, yellow journalism.
You guys are yellow journalism.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you were in the middle of a newscast.
You tried to emulate Glenn Beck.
My favorite part of the Imus story is that the former regular guest of Imus tells the New York Post that Imus has been going to comedy clubs in search of a black sidekick.
Now, do you really believe that?
Absolutely, I do. I absolutely do.
So you look pretty dark over there.
So you go to a comedy club and you just see the I-Man sitting over there with his hat, just kind of leaning back, going,
"You won't be on the radio."
He doesn't even find it funny, but he's sitting there like doing the fake laughter. He's trying to fit in.
I'm trying to appease the darkies.
Here's my card. You should be on the radio.
This whole Imus thing getting fired was a load of bullshit.
All right. What else is happening, Kyle?
Independent musical acts are getting a break from Clear Channel, George. The nice people. DigitalMusicNews.com says that the radio company is no longer requiring artists to waive their digital rights to get airplay on Clear Channel stations.
Well, it's like whose side do you take? Who do you like better, Hitler or Mussolini?
Right.
The whole digital rights, the DRM stuff is nonsensical to begin with. And you almost have to hand it to Clear Channel for taking a stand in its own way, using the influence it does have, waning influence, but still, 1,100 some stations, to say, look, we're not participating in this nonsense. DRM is killing them. The record industry is already killing itself faster than... You think radio's killing itself? You look at the record industry, it's even worse. It makes terrestrial radio look like a growth medium. Recorded music, the labels are killing themselves, and what the hell business sues its own customers?
I don't know.
It's like saying, what kind of a mayor would drop a bomb on his own city? Well, we saw that.
Wait a minute.
But never mind.
Yeah.
But he did apologize.
And this all stemmed, of course, from the heat they took from the Future of Music Coalition, which we spoke about a couple of months back. Hendry hits the desert. The latest station to start carrying the new Phil Hendry show is Phoenix's KTAR.
Yeah, we talked about this last week on the show.
Yeah, but I love this I love the call letters. KTAR.
Yeah, remember I even said that, and you had some kind of a quip about. You said that's what's in George's lungs after I said KTAR.
Right.
Yeah.
And I left.
Yeah, but it was I guess it became official this week.
Okay, now here's what I don't remember, and if there's anyone in the Phoenix area, or just anyone in the know, Mark, maybe you know this, the KTAR situation, now that's Bonneville, that's the Mormon church owns that. There's a KTAR AM and an FM now, right? They moved the AM station to the FM, I think, but one of them is sports and one of them is talk, but I don't remember which was which.
Man, I'm not sure.
So I don't know, is Henry on the AM or the FM?
Don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, the story I saw did not specify.
Okay.
But he now has more than 40 stations since coming back.
40.
Yeah. And
I was on the air with 40 spots today.
No, wrong 40.
he sounds like he's about to have a coronary in that. I love that. And free beer and hot wings.
He's in the ambulance and he says, "It's those damn streamers, honey."
Free beer and hot wings, George.
It's called the Club Diner, you asshole.
That's where you get the free beer and hot wings.
Do we even want to talk about this? Is so...
I read that, and the first thought that crossed my mind is, what happened to DeBella?
Well, as I said in the story, it's 14-hour tape delay.
Yeah, I know.
We're running an out-of-town small market morning show at night on a major market station. I want to know where the money is changing hands, who's paying off whom.
Oh, it's at night? I thought it was 10 to 1. I thought it was following DeBella.
No.
10 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Do you listen to the show?
11 hour.
Good point, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Yes, thanks.
He's half asleep, and he even got it.
Yeah.
14-hour tape delay.
And I mentioned this to you yesterday, I think, when we spoke.
Right.
Remember the post that went up earlier in the week saying that someone should bring back free beer and hot wings or something, and it was.
And of course, we all jumped on it and said it's the most ridiculous thing in the world. And then the very next day, it comes out.
Right.
And I said, didn't we just hear about this the day before?
And this was that poster's first ever post.
See, that's the trouble.
That is.
Whenever you see posts one, you know something's up.
Something is up, and.
I'm sure it was someone from Greater Media.
That's exactly what I said.
Floating and wanted to see what the
reaction was. I'm telling you, I really think that was the case. I just, maybe I'm the conspiracy theorist, but I really...
No, it makes perfect sense.
You know, George, we ought to do a remote at the Audubon Ale House, where we provide the racketeers and the Audubon Ale House patrons with free beer and hot wings.
Well, you can't give away free beer.
Oh, that's right.
And,
the hot wings we can give away.
It is a business, so why would we do that?
Well, to draw people into the
So we could say free beer
and
hot wings. Yes.
Well,
it's
hot.
I know I've mentioned it on the show. When I was in college, there was a band. I guess they were a cover band, and they called themselves Free Beer. And they put up signs all over campus, free beer at Fred's Woodshed, which was a bar. And so that was their marketing ploy. But
that's genius.
Now.
And all of the trades fell for this, too. From coming back to Philadelphia. No,
I know.
They were never in Philadelphia.
Which is why...
Trenton is not Philadelphia.
Which is why I wrote it the way I did.
Thank you.
And every place online that wrote this up said back to Philadelphia.
Unbelievable.
Back.
Unbelievable.
These people know not what they write. So you then further speculated.
Yes.
On that. Are you going to go into that?
Yeah, what I speculated might have happened, because obviously this makes zero sense from a programming point of view.
Right.
I mean, no sense at all to take a small market, it's only on like 14 stations, a small market, I hate to use the word, but throwaway morning show that is coming on a 14-hour tape delay. You're going to run a morning show at night from out of town instead of keeping your format consistent.
I don't know. I mean,
now this comes right at the heels of John DeBella's contract renewal. The thinking here is that if they thought, and we had heard there were many rumblings that DeBella's contract was not going to be renewed for whatever reason.
Right.
So, do you think it's possible that maybe they inked this show as a replacement for the DeBella show, and then when they decided to indeed keep DeBella, for whatever reason they needed to clear the show contractually? I don't know.
I mean, it makes as much sense as anything else.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. Why? Why would you run the show?
Someone else on the board speculated, well, they want to keep any other station. No, there's no other station.
I mean, it's not even...
It's like a bidding war going on.
B101 is bidding for free beer and hot wings.
The only station that it would even make remote sense for it to be on would be Free FM.
I was just about to say YSP.
That's the only place.
That might actually be an improvement. I don't know. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Well,
go back to Hitler and Mussolini. That is a tough one. Opie Anthony versus free beer and hot wings. I'll flip a coin.
Yeah, so that...
Once again, I'm glad I have the Sirius radio.
I'll tell you, I used to go to a pizza place, not far from here.
Franzones?
That was in a small pocket of King of Prussia, where, for whatever reason, all of the Trenton FM stations boom in this small area near Henderson Road in King of Prussia. So this pizza place always had the Hawk on.
Oh, I know what pizza place you're talking about.
Vito's.
Yeah.
They always had the Hawk on because you couldn't get MGK very well there. Well, I happened to be there by myself, sitting down eating the pizza, and I hear a 3-minute promo for the morning show.
That's terrible.
Now, first of all, there never should be a 3-minute promo for anything.
No.
I mean, 3-minute promo. And all it was a 3-minute random clip of the show with a tag at the end with Brian James.
Hey, if you miss a little, you miss a lot.
If you miss a day, you miss a lot. Free beer and hot wings. The Hawk lives on even when it's dead. Oh.
Blah.
3-minute clip. Now, if you do a 4-hour show, let's say we do a 4-hour show, if we were to put together a 3-minute promo, which we wouldn't, and where would it run? But if we were to do it, wouldn't you pick 3 of the best minutes of the show? The whole point is to highlight how funny the show is, how good the show is, and get other people to listen to it.
But that would require somebody putting some effort into the promotion.
One would think.
I listened to this. I sat there at my table eating the pizza, and I'm listening to this. And I'm just staring at the speaker, and I just said, why the hell would anyone listen to this show? It was so nothing was funny in this 3-minute clip. Not one word was even mildly entertaining. And yet you hear everyone in the background in the room giggling the whole time. Hey, for your beer.
Maybe
hot wings.
Maybe if they had said bunkum, it would have caught your attention.
And the worst thing is, and I couldn't bring myself to put it in the copy because I would not have been able to make my way through it. Like, say the guys' names are Jim Smith and Bob Wilson.
Whatever the real names were, right?
It's like Jim Free Beer Phillips. And,
right.
And I'm like, oh my God. They have free beer and hot wings in between their names, in quotes. I'm just like...
Well, some people think they're funny.
But it's not
that
just
should count
them.
For something.
It's not just them. There are so many of these regionally syndicated morning shows that I just hear them, and it just blows my mind. I mean, how bad it's got. You know? Even if you don't like Howard Stern, you've got to say, even if you don't listen to the show, you know that it's something different and edgy, or at least it was edgy 10, 20 years ago. But you just know that at least there's something there. I might not like it, but there's something special there. Even the Opie Anthony, oh God, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but if you like that sort of thing, okay. But
I was listening to Opie and Anthony on the train ride down on K-Rock.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why? Was that the only station that came in?
No, I was listening for a few minutes. They're talking about how his window got cracked by all the flood waters from the tornado in New York the other day. Long Island.
Who? George?
I've just, some of these shows I hear, if you're going to put together a promo, and again, there never should be a 3-minute promo for anything, but if you're going to put together a promo, you highlight your best stuff. You don't just run 3 random minutes of the show that sucked.
And speaking of Howard Stern, he strictly forbade any of his stations to run promos.
And that was the best.
The promos with clips of the show.
You never heard on YSP, 94 WYSP in that Paul Turner voice, and then Howard Stern in the morning, and then a clip, blah, 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 blah. You never heard that.
Nope, he would not allow it.
Well, I'm all for it. Anyway, are we done here?
Yeah.
All right.
Telephones?
All right, yeah, lots of nice people have been waiting. We start with the New York line. Philadelphia, 215-609-4315. 718-841-7702 is the other number. New York and everywhere else. Philadelphia line, you're on.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brian.
Brian in Pittsburgh. Now, Brian, you called off the air earlier and said you were on stage.
I wasn't on stage. I was behind stage. I was in the dressing room.
Oh, I thought you said you were on stage. You were whispering, and you said, "I can't talk. I'm on stage. I just wanted to let you know I'll call in the midnight hour."
Yeah.
Be cool.
I was getting ready to get on stage. What I was trying to do, you know.
All right. So you were at now. This is your middle school production, right? You're doing Charlotte's Web. What I forget. What was it?
No.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Guys, come on.
What was the play? I know you said it last week. I don't listen to the show.
Cannery Row.
That's right. John Steinbeck. Yes. And you were playing the mysterious blind man.
Yeah, the mysterious. I get to talk like this and ask for cat blood.
All right. So how did it go? How did it go?
Went great. It was a whole lot of fun and stuff like that. And the thing, and it was really, really. The costume was really hot. Wearing it. It was.
Oh, you had to be in costume.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm wearing this overcoat type of deal, and I have a hat on. And
are you still wearing it now?
Not right now. No, I got home like an hour ago.
Hey, Brian, you were supposed to call me on Monday. I was supposed to do a big time interview.
Oh yeah, how did you didn't do it?
He never called me.
Oh, I was going to say, how did the big?
You were supposed to call the station, Jeff.
Oh well, that's not what happened the week before.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, it's okay. I don't have your number. So you have my number.
So you went on the show and you said Roscoe stood me up.
No, I didn't. I said I'm expecting a call at like 12:30, and I wasn't sure what happened.
But it never happened.
Yeah. Now, who else is in the studio with you? I heard somebody say they were listening to O&A on K-Rock.
That's right. It was Marc.
You don't listen to the show, do you?
Well, he was in a plate.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Marc in Connecticut is here with us.
Hey, what's up, Marc?
Hi, how's it going?
Good. How are you having fun or?
Yeah, loads of fun.
Loads of fun.
Really? Do you work in radio, Marc, or?
I used to intern down at a station in Connecticut.
What station would that be, Marc?
Up in Connecticut.
Up in Connecticut.
What station, Marc?
990 AM.
W?
WXCT.
Very good.
Marc, you love WXCT, right? Just admit it.
Really?
Yeah.
My favorite station in Connecticut was Radio 104, Marc. Remember that one?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I liked that one before it flipped from alternative to hip-hop.
Marc, do you have the WXCT logo in your bedroom?
No.
I think you do.
Now, guys, what exactly is this thing about this morning show coming on late at night in Philly?
Oh, please.
Free beer and hot wings.
Yeah, what about it? We just
finished talking about it.
Talking about
so
it.
What station? You said WM. What station?
MGK. It's going to be running at night.
Don't you think I think it's stupid of them to pick it up like that.
Oh, it's insane.
10 to 1 in the morning.
Makes absolutely no programming sense. But you know what? There probably will be a small group of listeners who will listen to it and dig it. And why do they keep saying good morning? I don't know.
No, it's a morning show.
It's a morning show that starts at 10 at night. By the time it'll be over at 1 o'clock. By the time it's done in Philadelphia, the free beer and/or hot wings will already be waking up to start the next day's show.
Yeah, I mean, I've never even heard their show. Are they funny or? Are they...
No,
I don't think so. But
really,
I've heard worse. But
Now, what shift are you working this weekend, Jeff?
Yeah, I will be on 12 to 4 on Sunday. Well, 12 to 3. NASCAR starts. No, wait a minute. I'm not sure. 12 to 4, but I'm not sure if there's a NASCAR race or not.
Yeah, what about tomorrow? Are you on tomorrow? Or?
No, not on tomorrow. So what happened on Monday? If you were expecting me to call in, how did you fill your program? If you were expecting me to do the big time interview with you?
What I did was I just played music.
Oh, okay. I'm replaceable with music.
You're still cool, Roscoe. I'm sorry I forgot you.
Oh, that's okay. It's all forgiven.
I thought you were all excited about this, and
actually I was.
Well, no, I mean Brian. I thought he was all excited.
It's not every day I get asked to do an interview.
I'm serious. Can we try again this week?
Yeah, let's rebook it for Monday. I'm game for that.
Let's do that. I'm game for that too. I will call you up.
You're going to call me. You're going to call me this time.
I'll call you on my cell phone, and then you call. I'll give you the station's number, and you call it. Okay?
All right, sounds good. What time? After 12 o'clock, right?
Yeah, after 12 p.m.
All right, and what's the stream so the Racketeers can listen?
Point Pleasant Radio.
It's www.wpts.org.
Oh, that's right. It's the 92.
92, the Pits.
Yeah, did you get that, Marc in Connecticut?
I heard it.
Actually, it's Marc and King of Prussia tonight.
Marc and King of Prussia.
Well, no, but he's still Marc in Connecticut. His mind's at WXCT.
Now, is Marc blind or is he?
Marc's blind? You're not blind.
Curious.
What? Marc's not blind.
Well, take the glasses off, you might be.
Yeah, if I take my glasses off, I would be.
Yeah.
Those are some pretty thick lenses you got there, brother.
Do you have?
Oh my! I never noticed that.
Do you have that XCT radio for women logo tattooed anywhere on your body?
No.
How about a T-shirt, at least?
Yeah, of all the logos...
No, they didn't have any T-shirts in my size.
Of all the logos, why did you pick the one that said radio for women?
That was the only logo that Davidson had on their website.
Well, see, this is how Mark gets women, I guess.
Well,
right?
Do you watch the Oxygen channel?
What is that station's format, WXCT? It's format.
You don't listen to the show, do you?
Actually, I don't know the format.
Radio for women.
It was talk radio for women and smart men.
But he's saying, what is it now?
Not anymore.
Now it's Spanish religion.
Oh.
Really?
Really?
Now, did you get the board up at all, Mark? Or?
Yeah, I ran the board, and I even did my own show for a while. I was my own broker joker.
Now, wait a minute. So you bought time over there, right? So
sort of like RJ, right?
Yeah, so Mark is also admitting to it's a crime, as Dennis said. You make it sound like it's a crime. Is Dennis still in the chat, by the way?
Yes.
Are they? It's not going very well, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's a bloodbath in there. Do you have tapes of the shows that you did at WXCT?
I have some CDs, and I forgot to bring them.
No, wait. I thought you did.
I was gonna bring them in for you guys last night, and I forgot them before I left yesterday morning.
Why did I think you did the morning show there?
You
one of your
up, right?
No, one of your books. You wrote a book where you were the morning.
Yeah, I wrote a book where that was.
Oh, I thought that was based on fact.
No, not all of it. Some of it was based on fact. Some of it was made up.
Okay, remind us in the next hour we're going to talk about your book. All right. Well, Brian, I'm glad the play went well, and WPTS.com.
.org.
I'm sorry, .org. And Monday at noon?
Monday at noon.
Oh, and have you talked with Lisa, Brian?
Yeah, I called her up last week.
She didn't tell you to stop calling her?
No.
Oh, that's good. That's good. The blind chick.
Yeah, I know who it is, but why are you trying to break up his relationship with...
No, I'm not. They're just friendly.
Becky.
Yeah, that's all. We're just friends, you know?
They're just friends.
Okay. And how's Becky?
She's doing good. She says hi. You know, she actually came to my play tonight to see me.
Very nice.
But you didn't see her.
I know, he didn't see her.
Yeah, I got to see her after the show.
What?
Would you feel her face?
Yeah, well, what do you think? Yeah, of course.
Well, I don't know.
All right, well, Brian, I'm glad you called in, and that was very nice of you to call us off stage.
Yeah, you stay cool, George, and have a good week, and see you next time, okay?
You stay cool indeed. All right, Brian in Pittsburgh on the Big Time Audio Broadcast.
Really?
Really? He didn't do the Tom Snyder laugh tonight. Love the Tom Snyder laugh.
He's the best.
Yeah. 718-841-7702, a line open for the New Yorkers. If you want to check in. Now, Mark, you told me last night that, because remember, you're not driving now, right?
Right.
You're not driving. You quit. You fell off the horse, and you didn't fall. You were worried you were going to fall off the horse, and now you will not get back on the horse. So you're not driving.
We were hoping he'd fall off the wagon last night at the ale house, but that didn't happen either.
Your mother said, come home at once. You disobeyed your mother. You hung up on her.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I did.
You're going to be in for it when you get back to Connecticut.
Then you called her back, and then she hung up on you.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that she said was, well, if you're not coming home, what are you going to do? You said, Mom, I'm going to the Audubon Ale House. Right?
No, I said I'm going out with some friends from my friends.
From the show, right? And she said, well, how are you going to get there? And you said, they're going to drive me, right?
Yeah,
right?
I said...
Okay. And then what did she say? What did she say after you told your mother that you, a 25-year-old male, is going out with friends and they're going to give you a ride?
They said that, fine, if you want to go get murdered.
That's right. His mother said, don't get into a car with strangers.
That you met online.
That you met online.
Well, you are kind of strange looking, George.
And you don't know these guys from that radio racket, they could be murderers. That's
exactly what she said.
Well, you know what? You can tell your mother I have not chopped anybody into bits in at least 10 years.
Remember, Kyle, when we were in Wilmington?
That was funnier when I thought it.
There was a murderer, and we did a story about how he had been charged with murder. See if you remember this. I think you do. I would say the name, but I don't feel like saying it, but even though it was a funny-sounding name.
Mm-hmm.
But we were simply reporting that police had made an arrest in that murder. And do you remember the accused's mother called the newsroom?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember this?
Uh-huh.
And we put it up on the speakerphone because it was the funniest conversation in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I know he didn't commit that no murder. Well, and remember I said, well, Mrs. Whatever. I said, how do you know he never committed that murder? Do you remember what she said?
Not off the top.
I know he couldn't have done that murder because he never did it before. Remember?
Yes.
How could he have done a murder? He never killed no one before.
Makes sense.
Sure.
He ain't never done it before. It couldn't have been him. You got the wrong guy. I said, well, we don't have anybody. I just have a press release from the Newcastle County Police. Most of the news stories in Delaware come from press releases, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Back to the phones. Did you call your mother today?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be in trouble
Did
when you get
either of
home?
you hang up on each other?
No.
And did you let her know we didn't murder you yet?
Right.
All right.
That's good. Are you in for it when you get home?
I don't think so.
Is there a whipping post in your home?
No.
There's going to be.
Yeah. I told you last night and yesterday, and you need to cut the cord, brother.
Are you ready to cut the cord? I don't think you are.
I don't know.
Is there?
It could happen, but I don't know if he's ready to do it just yet.
I don't think there's enough room in that home for the two of you.
I don't know. Are you guys usually civil to each other?
For the most part.
Because had that ever happened before, hanging up on each other?
No.
It's pretty traumatic, almost as traumatic as the drive on the Schuylkill.
Did you cry?
No.
You sure?
Were you shaking?
No.
You were pacing, though.
Yes.
Yes.
You were pacing in the car?
No, Roscoe.
No, don't say that.
Philadelphia line on the Radio Racket.
Philadelphia?
We'll try this again.
Caller, go ahead.
Philadelphia line on the Radio
Hello?
Racket. Hello?
Hey.
It's Trish.
Trish the Dish.
In Connecticut.
As Kyle called you about a month ago.
Yes.
For some reason, I just remembered that.
What's up, guys?
A fellow, what would you say, Connecticuter?
Connecticut, fellow nutbagger. Yes.
Nutmeg stater.
Yes. All right, we'll say hi to Mark in Connecticut.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, Trish.
Very exciting, Trish. We were all living it up at the Audubon Ale House last night. Now,
Yeah, I read the post.
Now, if you ever come down this way, will you be doing the Audubon Ale House trip?
I will, but I'm not having a car bomb.
The hell you're not.
Why? What's the problem?
Wait, but we thought you were the seasoned drinker.
Your screen name is Booze Hunter.
I know, but I usually drink a lot of martinis and stuff.
But have you ever tried?
Bougie.
Have you ever tried a car bomb?
No, I don't like beer.
But
Smokers, they don't drink Manhattans and martinis.
It's not beer, it's Guinness.
Smokers are usually, forgive me if
It's
you're listening,
gross. They don't taste
drinkers.
the same.
And they're not drinkers of Manhattans.
No.
They're drinkers of look.
Guinness does not taste like every other beer. You said they all taste the same.
Oh no.
And I don't like Guinness, but
Guinness
a car bomb is phenomenal.
It's so thick and it's so rich, it's like a liquid meal.
I call it steak and potatoes in a glass.
Yeah, and Mark, you'll never know. Mark would not drink it. It sat there.
I
Now,
don't blame
say
him
that.
for not drinking it.
It sat there and it curdled and.
It tastes like a goddamn
Okay, but wait a minute, though.
milkshake.
Wait a minute, though.
I know. I heard that 15,000 times last night.
Wait a minute.
Sentence.
Trish's objection and Mark's objections are two completely different things.
Oh, I know that.
Mark
and
just
they're
didn't-
both utterly ridiculous.
I agree. Yes, that's.
You got to try new things in life.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you don't.
Well,
Actually, you introduced me to the car bomb. I had
Exactly.
never had one before. I tried it. I liked it.
They're phenomenal. You people are just killing me.
And Charlie Prophet said he wouldn't have one either. He said it sounds nasty.
That's the 9th time you've brought up that man's name today, I've noticed.
You know, if Charlie Prophet jumped off a bridge, would you jump off that bridge after him?
No.
Is Charlie even listening?
He said he was going to listen.
He's not in the chat.
He said he's going to listen. I don't know if he's listening or
Talking
not.
into the mic.
Into the mic.
Into the mic.
Mike.
See, that's why you didn't make it on that WX.
See, that's what you don't know.
No, last night at the ale house, every time something would come up, you'd be like, well, Charlie Prophet wouldn't do that. How many times did you say that last night?
Have you been to Bridgeport?
Would Charlie Prophet dance with Amber?
I just don't understand.
Have you been to Meriden?
I just don't understand the two of you are just being unreasonable.
Well, if they don't like it, they don't like it.
It's unreasonable. reasonable.
Yes, it is. It's a drink.
No, it's not.
You try it.
It's not a drink?
Yeah, but Trish, if you don't like it, you don't have to drink it a second time. At least give it the benefit of the doubt.
You don't know that you don't like it.
All right, well, Kyle, this all comes back to the same argument that I had with you many months ago when we talked about food. There are some things that people know that they don't like, so why would you want to force it on them? That's all I'm saying. I mean, I agree. This whole thing is absurd, but,
But the difference is at least Trish drinks. Mark doesn't really.
Well, why? I mean, wait, you sound like you're 19. You're 19.
Well,
you're 19.
Duh.
What? I mean, come on, you're a grown man. You're making it sound like whether or not a person is cool. You're only cool if you drink. I mean, come on. It's not like he's in college.
Well, no, but the point is he's out living it up with us. You want to...
Okay, but you don't need to have alcohol. God, I sound like a health teacher in high school. You don't need alcohol. Did you have a good time last night?
Yeah, I had a great time.
And were you drunk all night?
No.
There you go. See, he didn't drink and he had a good time.
Pussy.
Yeah, but he doesn't stop smiling. That worries me a little bit.
Why? What's wrong?
I don't know. It makes me think he's up to something.
Are you a happy person overall?
For the most part, yeah.
God bless you. I wish I could say the same thing.
George is
He's
miserable.
very happy. He's very... You're right. I had noticed that. He's always smiling. Were you smiling on the Schuylkill?
No.
I know it's radio, but show me what did your hands look like when you were crossing, going through Belmont? What were your hands looking at? Were they like this? Were the knuckles like all white and you could see every little bone?
Yeah, probably.
Panicky driver.
Did anyone beep their horn at you?
Everybody.
Yeah, once again, welcome to the fine city of Philadelphia.
Plus, the thing is that the road has the word "kill" in it.
That is true. Yes,
that is a bit of irony.
Yes. No, that's not irony.
Well, I mean, Mark, you got that big SUV. Why didn't you just use it and just hit the gas and if somebody was in your way and you wanted to go, just go.
Yeah, because that's part of the reason you got the SUV.
Exactly, that's the whole
reason. The bigger the truck, the more of the road you own.
I was just having trouble steering it. It steers a lot differently than my car.
Dude, I could handle the Chevy. Come on.
What do you mean trouble? You turn the wheel left and the car goes left.
No, it turns a lot easier than the steering wheel in my car.
We've all driven different foreign car, and by foreign car I don't mean non-domestic. I mean a car that's foreign to us. And the first 5 minutes it takes some getting used to, but there's never been a car where after a few minutes,
Well, and we were talking about this during the news the first hour when you were outside. The only thing, he doesn't have a lot of miles under his belt.
That's a big part of it.
I mean, by his age, I had driven hundreds and hundreds of thousands of miles.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, yes.
And he's probably, I would venture, driven less than 5,000 miles. I would bet.
Oh, I'm sure much less than I'm probably less than 500.
Probably.
Where do you drive when you're up there?
For the most part, I go back and forth to work.
Into the mic, please. Into the mic.
For the most part, I drive back and forth to work.
Not that close.
Not that close.
Mark, you take all the back roads?
Yeah. Except for when I came down to Philadelphia. And I kind of got
down there. I could have planned the whole trip for you so that you don't even need that big tank of a truck.
Well, we told him when he said he was getting it that he was wasting his time and money. I mean, at $3 a gallon, now's not the time you get an SUV. I mean, I realize it was just a rental, but still. Now, how are you getting this thing back to the rental place?
I have no idea. I guess I'm going to push it for 12 miles.
So let's reenact this. You called the rental place.
Oh, I would pay money for a tape of that phone call.
You called the rental place today, right?
Yeah.
And you explained the situation.
Hi, it's Mark.
It's Mark in Connecticut. Oh, okay. Now, what did you say to them? Did you say you're just terrified of...
No, I asked them, would you be able to come down to my hotel and pick me up and pick up the SUV?
And you told them your hotel was 15 miles away on the other side of the Delaware Valley?
It's too bad he didn't choose Enterprise, because Enterprise picks you up.
And did they laugh at you?
No, they just said they don't do that kind of thing.
So, did you tell them, well, then I'm just abandoning the car?
No.
Well, what are you going to do?
I don't know.
Why don't you just drive it? I mean, you got your license.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I asked him on the ride over here how you plan to get back to 30th Street, the train station, and he has no idea.
No clue.
Mark's moving to Pennsylvania.
How much would it cost for a cab to 30th Street from King of Prussia?
I don't know, but that still doesn't solve the what to do with the car problem, though.
That's true, too.
Call AAA, I guess.
Bite the bullet and drive it.
Ooh, now there's an idea. Sabotage the car, and then you call the place and you say, look, the thing broke down. Then they'll have to
tow it back, yeah.
You're going to sabotage it back into something. This way you could say somebody rear-ended you and then they took off.
Did you get insurance on the deal?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. All right, we'll.
How much are you paying a day for that thing?
I don't know. It came to like $240.
Oh my God!
And it's just sitting in the hotel parking lot.
Yeah, it's been sitting in the hotel parking lot since I got there yesterday at 2:30.
Do you know how many of Sally Struthers' kids in Africa you could have fed for the money you just?
Do you really think she's feeding anybody? Have you seen her lately?
Herself, yeah. All right, well, Trish, I can see that you agree that this was just ridiculous. Now, is this the way you thought Mark's trip was going to end up?
I'm surprised he even made it there.
Yeah, hey, there is a lot to be said for that.
No offense, Mark, but
he is here. I mean, I'll give you, he is here.
I get panicked too, but drive. I mean, at least you got a license. I mean, if you get pulled over, you're not going to get as much trouble as I am.
Yeah, and she drives, and she doesn't have the license.
I take my uncle's truck without him knowing it, and I drive it all over this town.
Well, now, what? I don't understand, though. You're, 21?
Yeah.
So it's not like you're 14. Well, get your license.
I failed the test, so now I got to wait.
How do you fail a driver's test?
Wait. You have to wait?
Yeah.
What exactly did you get wrong?
I got too many wrong on the written because I didn't study the book hard enough.
Shocking.
And then they wouldn't even let me drive. I was like, all right, well, fuck you, I'm out.
Oh, well, if you said that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Now,
You
wait.
want to make a bet?
In Connecticut, there's a waiting.
Yeah, you have to wait.
Oh, we don't have. I don't know. Do we?
There could be now.
It's been so long, I don't know, but they didn't have that.
They have a waiting thing if it's like 90 days or 30 or 90 days or something like that.
Wow. Oh.
I told the dude straight out, I go, don't think that just because you failed me on my written doesn't mean I'm not going to be on the road. And the guy just looked at me.
Are you dumb? How dumb are you?
No, that's not nice.
It's a legitimate question.
Well, it is. It is probably a little bit more tactful way to position that.
You told the examiner that you were going to drive anyway?
Yeah.
And what was the response?
He just looked at me like, oh my God. I was like, I'm out.
Oh, pay for a tape of that, too. A video, say.
We should get Trish and Mark on a close course together.
How are things with you and Brand in Vegas?
We're doing good.
I saw
I'm
on
actually flying out in October to see him.
Wow. How about that?
Now, does he know about this?
Yeah, he's helping me plan the trip.
Oh, boy, okay, because I saw on your MySpace you have like a Trish and Brandon in a heart thing going.
Now, how's Mike taking this? Do you know?
Mike and I are just friends. We still keep in touch, and he calls me.
You broke my heart.
He doesn't seem to be really affected by this. No offense, Trish.
No, he doesn't.
He just doesn't seem to.
No, Mike's
he's okay,
Mike.
Whatever.
Mike's a junior player, I think. He's not like at Brian and Pittsburgh level, but he's getting.
Mike, I'm dumping you. Okay. F the cat.
See you later.
See ya.
Talk to you tomorrow.
I gotta go to the Chickies and Pete's.
I'll find another honey.
Oh. And suddenly now he's somebody else. All right. Well, Trish, thank you. And did you take what side on the wager did you come down on? That Mark would not be here, or that he would?
I didn't really wager. I just wanted to wait to see what would actually happen.
You don't bet, do you?
Not really.
That's because you don't have any money, though.
NASCAR and horse races. That's what I really bet on, horse races.
I was going to say,
money comes in.
Knowing what we know about Trish, could you see Trish is the type once she starts betting, she'd go crazy. Could you see Trish in Vegas? Well, I guess she will.
All she has to do is head down the road to Foxwoods, man.
Yeah. Do you go to Foxwoods?
Foxwoods sucks.
Or
Mohegan
Sun. Yeah, Mohegan Sun is nicer.
Did you find your bugles?
Yes, I did.
What's that? I don't understand.
I was
her
having
snack
a sit
chips,
in the chat room
bugles.
because I couldn't find my bag of bugles.
You've never heard of bugles?
I might have if I've seen them. It doesn't ring a bell.
They are horrendously bad for you, Trish.
I don't care. They're good.
The fat content, the oil.
It's all that trans.
They are tasty though.
Oh, they're
Dude,
wonderful.
It's not like I
They're horrible.
The whole bag.
They taste like Cheerios.
They're very good, but not good for you. No, bad choice in snack foods.
I thought you were going to say bad Trish. Bad Trish.
Bad Trish.
Yeah. That's what Mark's mother's going to be saying to Mark tomorrow.
Yeah,
bad Mark.
We need your mom to call us next week. We need to talk to her.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, no. It's going to happen because we're going to call her.
Oh, yeah.
We do have the number, Mark.
You're going to throw her under the bus then, huh?
I'm going to say, Mrs. Mark.
There's no bus.
There's no bus.
Mrs. Mark in Connecticut.
Why?
I need to know. Why did you say the Radio Racketeers are going to murder your son? That's a horrible
She
thing.
thinks that about every one of my internet friends I ever met in real life.
Because it happens all the time. People get murdered over the internet.
Right.
Dude, your mom is way too strict with you.
Yeah, and really,
he's 25 years old
and 300+ pounds too. Nobody's gonna be murdering this guy.
I know. That's what I told her.
Dude, just walk out. It's not like you're going to get thrown out. That's the most empty threat a parent can say.
Yeah, Trish
must, I take it Trish has been down this road before.
She knows. Trish is going to be living at home when she's 35.
Are you, Trish?
I don't know.
Well, going to be living with Brandon.
Are you looking for a job?
Not really.
Yeah, she'll be
That's ambition and motivation for you.
Now, wait a minute. What was this Trish was saying about wanting to work at XTU as an intern?
Would I get paid, though?
Nope.
Usually, no.
No, interns in radio don't get paid.
Yeah.
Oh.
But why? I don't understand that. That would be one hell of a commute.
But you get to bask in the glory of me.
You would, I mean...
Oh, boy.
You would... Wait, Trish, you would move down here to intern in radio?
I'm just trying to get the hell out of the state in general. I hate Connecticut.
Oh, Mark, as a fellow nutmeg person, how does that make you feel?
A lot of people do, especially the young ones. All the young people in Connecticut hate it.
Why is it? It's terrible.
There's nothing to do.
There's the taxes will kill you.
I don't think she's paying any taxes.
The taxes will kill you. The electric rates will kill you.
I don't think she's paying her electric bill either.
And the guys you meet
gasoline will kill you.
She doesn't have a car.
And the people you meet off the internet might kill you.
No, that's what his mother said.
Yeah.
The only thing I got to pay for is my cell phone and my Old Navy credit card bill.
So if everybody wants out of Connecticut, where are they going?
I'm going to Vegas.
Because of Brandon?
Brandon will be happy about that.
Because, when Brandon's done his project, isn't he going back to Fargo? I don't see Trish lasting 2 seconds in Fargo. You think
there's nothing to do in
Connecticut? All right, well, Trish, we're up against the news. Thank you.
Why don't you just move to Rhode Island?
It was good. It was good that Trish called in before. Usually Trish has trouble getting through because you made it tonight.
Yeah.
Giddy up. And we've had heavy phone activity tonight, so you did well, girl. You did well.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Trish.
Yes, and be careful on the roads, Trish.
Okay. Happy birthday, Joe.
Oh, that's right. I wasn't going to say. I almost forgot about that. That's not the thing to say.
Did you get her a present yet?
It's taken care of.
Oh, good.
It's taken care of.
Good. I'm proud of you.
We're going out for a nice meal.
Nice steak. You're going to pay $20 for it.
Pay $20 for it.
Right.
Sonics had owned and operated.
Very good.
18 America. The news from the Voice of America. Then we'll come back. It'll be the Diamond Joe special news, which now I'm getting all of this. People think that I'm making fun of.
So America Vespucius.
Yeah, people like RJ. Yeah. All right, and then I've got a few more questions for Mark on the Big Time Audio broadcast.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. Am I coherent?
AM 930, the new cockroach.
Wait, you're saying AM radio?
Always wanted to do AM radio.
Rush Limbaugh is on AM radio.
My company on loan from God.
The Internet's dot superstation.
Hey, that's just crazy enough to work.
You're stealing other people's shows and putting it on MySpace.
Cut his fucking ass off, all right?
The Radio Racket.
Blasting through computer speakers or whatever it is you use to listen to this show.
The Tony Kornheiser Show.
Hey, ladies, it's happy time if you know what I mean.
Ham Radio.
You're making me more angry by not listening.
It's okay for you to go on these rampages.
Thank you.
The Pam Stone Show.
You rat bastard. Oh, it's bringing out the inner mullet in me.
The talk you can't ignore.
I think we got a show. Oh, yeah, we got a show.
AM 930, the new cockroach.
You have a problem? Turn off your station.
Visit us online at myspace.com/Roach Radio.
And that's what it is, the talk you cannot ignore. Don't even attempt to ignore it. AM 930, the cockroach, myspace.com/Roach Radio.
Special news
Bringing
time.
you the 1 o'clock Diamond Joe special news. Oh,
yeah.
Here to deliver that. Dick. Special news. Kyle DeWitt.
Good morning. It's Saturday, July 21st, 2007, with Radio Racket Radio News. Alongside fellow murderers George Brewstar and Roscoe Browning, I'm Kyle DeWitt.
I left my axe at home, though.
It's not funny.
Who needs free beer and hot wings when you can get paninis and Pepsi?
Ooh.
Get them at Rap City, located at 3816 East Tremont Avenue in the Bronx. Give them a call at 718-684-1416. You should tell the train to pull over on the way through. You think they'll do that for you?
No.
Talking to the mic.
Into the mic.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
It's been a while since he's been on the radio, I think.
The radio rapper. There is a serious radio rumor that if it becomes reality could make Mike Phillips look like Howard Stern.
Yeah, I'm really glad Diamond Joe brought this up because I just found out about this tonight and I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah,
I'd like to get Mike's thoughts on this.
Yes, well, here he's calling in again. Kevin Federline, best known as Britney Spears' ex and least known as a rapper, is contemplating a career in radio.
Oh, never mind. This isn't the story I thought it was. Never mind.
Oh. A source at Clear Channel's KIIS-FM in L.A. confirmed a recent meeting K-Fed had with the PD of KISS FM, which was deemed informal. The source was quoted on All Access as saying he really wants to be on radio. He made that clear. It's likely that if the talks with KISS break down, he may very well start shelling out $80 a week to get a show on WNJC, which the I-Team discovered has another website, LaSuper1360.com.
This is what I wanted to talk about.
Maybe K-Fed should hold on to his pesos.
Interessante.
So what is is that coming up in the news, or is that it?
Don't know. I don't pre-read the news.
Oh, okay.
Bloody effing hell. Dateline, London. An F-bomb has got BBC Radio 2 by the buttocks? No, B-O-L-L-O-C-K-S? Bollocks?
Dick.
What's that?
I guess it's
by the bollocks?
Maybe it's something British, I don't know.
Mark, what does that mean? What does it mean?
Ofcom, the UK's equivalent to the FCC, has cited the station over a breach of the broadcast code for airing the F-word unedited at a time little lads and lasses might be listening. Specifically, it was an April broadcast of the show The Green Guide to Life, which aired at 1 p.m. and included the line, "What do you mean, fuck off?" Meanwhile,
context of a quotation, George.
Meanwhile, rival Radio 18 is in hot water for airing an installment of the radio Racket, in which a brokered elevator music DJ named RG engages in a profanity-laced tirade.
Don't give me your shit!
That's right. Tootsie in the morning, Dateline Albuquerque. KAGM morning host Lee Logan is making good on a bet he made with his co-host Jessica Montoya by dressing as a woman. As the result of losing a game of Battle of the Sexes, Logan must pay the bet by dressing as a woman and walking laps around the busiest intersection in central New Mexico.
It's so crazy.
It's so wild. These guys are nuts. If he refuses, they'll simply relocate him to work at a country AM station in Abbeville, South Carolina.
Oh yeah, whatever ended up happening with that? I never even heard. What
country?
They flipped a mix of old country and new country. So and he's been getting a lot of jokers calling him.
Wait a minute, wait. Okay, so that was the big format flip? He went country?
I want to apologize ahead of time.
Now, why? There's no FM country station?
Not within 75 miles, he said.
That's peculiar.
He said that some FM station flipped back in October to a different format.
I got ripped a new asshole.
So people might actually listen to his station now?
Nobody's listening, he said. He said he's got no legitimate callers. All his callers have been jokers.
Take me off the Racket stream and be done with it.
All right. So he went country.
By the way, WABV in Abbeville has flipped formats this week. They're now known as Sesame Country 1590. Their air staff consists of Bert and Ernie Mornings.
Wait. It's not really called that, is it?
No, it's not.
What's it called?
Cold Country 1590.
Cold Country? Cool Country?
Bert and Ernie Mornings, Elmo Middays, Count Von Country Afternoons, Free Milk and Cookies Evenings on Tape Delay. And of course, where's the damn soundboard?
Yeah, he's
Big Bird After Dark.
That's right.
Free milk and cookies.
He's still stuck on.
That is good though. Free milk and cookies.
Big Bird. Hey guys, what's up? And then I'm going to have to hang up on you.
I've been banned.
So wait, he's taking calls?
Can I get into I've been banned from the Radio Racket chat room.
He's He's taking. Why is he taking calls?
He's not taking the calls on the air. He's giving out the studio line for people to make requests and dedications and shit like that.
Realize now why no one was able to call me. Oops, operator error.
Why must there always be Paul Walker in the 1 o'clock news? Error. Paul Walker.
And the damn thing's only pumping out 250 watts instead of 1,000.
Paul Walker. Hi, guys.
It's Paul Walker. It's Paul Walker. Paul Walker. It's Paul Walker. It's Paul Walker.
Was that the last time he appeared on our show?
That was the last
Yes,
time.
it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe, yes, that was the last time you ever heard his voice on this show.
The last time Steve
Time, Joe,
called.
shut up, would you please?
All right.
It's
anything
time
else?
to get happy. Happy 50th birthday, John Lovitz. I'm just the best. The comedian who shined on SNL also had a good run as the voice of Jay Sherman on the animated sitcom The Critic.
Yes.
Oh, what a terrible show.
Recently, he was in the news after getting into it with a local brokered radio host.
Acting.
When asked if he would ever even listen to the show, Lovitz replied, "It stinks." Happy anniversary, O.J. Simpson. This is what, like the third time there's been an O.J. On this day, 13 years ago, in an L.A. courtroom, you pleaded absolutely 100% not guilty to murdering your ex-wife Nicole and her good friend Ron Goldman, and eventually were acquitted of those charges. In later years, he also got away with everything from road rage to pirating satellite TV signals. Who knows? OJ is probably stream ripping this show right about now.
That's true. I remember that story, too.
Yeah. Happy Trails, WXMY. The classic country AM station in Smith County, Virginia, has been taken off the air after the station's owner, Jeff Rayner, was charged with soliciting sex with a minor via email.
What?
Police confiscated computer equipment and documents related to the offense. An even worse offense, anyone who goes to the station's website, 1600WXMY.com, is greeted with involuntary audio.
That's the real crime.
With Radio Racket Radio News, I'm Kyle DeWitt.
1 o'clock, let's talk about some brokered programming now. Mark, you said you're thinking about getting back into radio, right?
Sometime I hope to.
Now, do you want to get back on 990 in Southington?
If they came back on the air, yeah.
What do you mean if it came back on the air?
If they were speaking English again.
Okay, so it's all Spanish, right? Now,
yeah.
Who owns it? Is it Davidson?
Yeah, Davidson owns it.
Okay, so Davidson owns it, and that company specializes in mostly Spanish stations, right?
Well, whoever will shell out the cash for the LMA will gets the station.
Okay, well, how much do you think you could LMA the station for?
I have no idea. Charlie wouldn't tell
I was going to say, you could.
I asked Charlie, and Charlie said that was confidential information.
Now, wait, I thought LMAs, maybe Charlie would shed light into this. I thought LMAs were public record for the FCC. No?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you know, Mark, what does Mr. Prophet think of your obsession with that? I mean, he owned the thing, or, LMA'd it. Has he ever said to you, Mark, you love?
No, he just says thanks to me for the support of the station.
But the station's not on anymore, and you still talk about it like it's. I mean, I've heard middle-aged guys talk about WABC and Philadelphia WFIL and Wibbage. I've never heard anyone talk about an AM station for women in Southington, Connecticut.
I listened to that station for 14 years. And I never had to change the station until now.
But we've all had our favorite station.
Yeah, do you think the people in West Philly are still listening to 1340?
I don't even think Jeff talks about XTU as much as you talk about. It's close, but I don't think. I mean, every post you find a way to tie it into.
It's an unhealthy obsession.
It's pretty bad.
Are you on any medication?
No.
Well, maybe that's the problem.
You might need to look into that. That might help with the nervousness and the drive.
Here's what I need you to do. You need to come up with a new avatar. I think. What do you think?
Yeah.
People are questioning your sexuality.
I could go back to putting my ugly mugshot up there.
That's fine. We all have our pictures on there. You put your picture back on there. In fact, we could take one right now. Your previous one, you were standing right under that calendar, right? The same calendar that we have over him right now. The Citizens Bank calendar, right?
Yeah, I have that in my bedroom. I write my work schedule on it.
Yeah.
Because we have Citizens Bank at Price Chopper.
Yeah, there you go. Why don't you put Price Chopper as logo on your
there you go. That's a great idea.
You know?
That's a fantastic idea.
I think that's what he should do.
And Mike from South Philly still does not have an avatar. I created one for him, and he won't use it.
I don't know. All right, I'm being told that someone is in the chat room who wasn't supposed to be in the chat room. Is this true?
It looks like it.
I've just been sent an email.
I'm back.
Is this the case? Now, I thought he was banned. I thought... How did that happen?
I've been banned from the Radio Racket chat room.
Well, yeah, that's what I don't understand. How he got through. He got through.
He's not saying anything, though. He's just hanging out in there.
Have you heard about this, Kyle?
Yeah, I saw him.
Yeah. All right.
How long do you think it is before he calls back in?
About a half hour. It's Big Bird After Dark.
It's Big Bird After Dark.
Paul Walker. Philadelphia line on the radio.
Don't start, George.
Hello, Philadelphia. Hello.
It's time for the party zone.
I am back.
That was the part of the show that Diamond Joe missed.
Wait a minute. Now what?
We need that in the clear. Replay that.
Sure, I will be more than happy to replay. Let me cue it up here.
Nice.
This is the opening of the program last night.
Yeah, because we didn't hear that, Mike. We got cut off.
It's time for the party zone.
That's so gay.
Mike,
and cut.
Okay.
Mike, what's up with the sirens?
Well, that was the opening to the program. I had to kick it off as the party zone with something,
but
different.
It sounds like it's your own voice announcing yourself.
Yeah, well, I do my own announcing work because I no longer have the services of a certain guy from back in the day. I don't want to talk about back in the day, though. If you notice my program, not once did I mention anything about that previous TV business thing.
Wait a minute. Wait.
It did sound like an air raid.
That's what it sounded like.
It sounded like when they evacuated the town because of a tornado.
Yeah. Now, wait a minute.
Listen, I got that off a CD I had.
Oh, so you're running licensed sound effects. I've got
Well, WNJC pays, fees to somebody to let me run that.
Sure.
Probably not.
No,
well, that's
we don't
what I was
know.
told.
We don't
That's what I was told, so
Okay, all right. Well,
then
maybe they do. With the money he's raking in, he should be able to afford that. All right. Now, Mike, you need... Oh, here comes the unpaid consultant. You need an announcer. You need a different voice. You can't announce your own show. You need to get somebody to go...
it's WNJC. I mean, when I get to the big time, then I can have,
all right, how about this?
doing the
All right, can you record the show, our show, on your computer?
I can get the replay on the weekends.
All right, how about if we cut a new intro for Mike's show? No, I'm serious. Would you be interested in that? You've got a bunch of radio professionals here. You could walk us through it, tell us exactly how you want it done. And we could do it right here, and you just tape it off we'll give you a 99-year rights-free use of it.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. Last night I had Jerry, who's the new Jerry that nobody knew about before.
Yeah, I'm all bummed. I thought it was Sports Jerry. I'm all
No, this guy is from Wilmington, Delaware, and he loves to drink this beer called Golden Monkey.
That's fascinating.
You need to get Sports Jerry on there, and he'll call in. There's no question.
Well, no, this guy Jerry, he knows his baseball stuff. Next week, you don't want to miss the show.
He knows his baseball. He said the Phillies were going to win the World Series. This guy doesn't know his baseball.
The Phillies are winning 7-3. Okay, let me tell you something. You want to get into baseball real quick?
They're winning a game right now.
Broker Jr. He had a bad day.
And
hey, don't attack Broker Jr. You want to get into this? You know what? Let me tell you something. I said I was going to go on a rant. It's time to go on a rant. Number one, I didn't put that show together. I was not the producer of that program. I was the executive producer that made the calls on when to cut people. But just because the producer wasn't able to cut them at the right time, don't blame me for the program. I busted my ass to put a good show on the radio, and I'll tell you, I'm getting fed up with it.
So have you fired your producer?
Time putting the show together. Now, come on, man. Let's keep it real here for a minute.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm confused. Now, you're talking about the show last night.
Exactly.
Okay.
People with the negative feedback. I mean, you guys have been supportive, but I'm telling them right now.
All right.
Here's the way it's going to work. I bust my ass to put that show on for their entertainment.
Okay, and I'm sure they all appreciate it.
George, my head's going to explode.
Right, hold on. Here's the thing, though. Now, Mike, I'm always telling guys, if you're going to be in a creative environment, and doing a radio show is definitely a creative environment, you've got to be prepared to deal with with some criticism.
Yeah, but let's put it this way. I'll never be like RJ. I might have been like him back in the day, but I'll tell you right now, in the future, I'm getting away from that loser. Let me tell you that flat out. Hey, you know what? Okay, put me on with RJ. I'll tell RJ to go stick it up his ass, that fucking weirdo with his toupee on his head.
Don't waste your time with ineffectual.
Yeah, okay, RJ, you keep saying your stuff, RJ, you freaking loser.
No, I don't want to have a discussion.
All right.
Okay.
See, that's what you don't know.
Toupee or not toupee is what I got to say to Ron Joseph.
All right, wait. So I take it you won't be calling in well, he doesn't do a show anymore, but you won't be calling in his
I'll
show.
I'll never call him again. If he ever does relaunch with, somehow he gets money from Robin, who has all the money in that household.
Well, okay, I can't get into that.
You have nothing but your big mouth.
But listen.
Screw him. He's a loser.
Okay.
He's a dope. He's a fool.
Okay, but
why all of a sudden the hate?
Yeah, I was going to say you were kissing his ass on 50,000 weeks a few weeks ago.
Those days are over. It's time to break free to change.
But
I'm no longer known as Broker Junior. I am the king of brokerness now.
Wait.
And my show is Bruce Brown. I am now a king, baby. King all the way.
Boy, he just unveiled something.
I'll take him on any time.
Wait, you just said you are the king of brokerness?
No, he unveiled it.
Wait. You want us to call you the king of brokerness?
Yes, because now I am the number one broker in this program on the radio.
Actually, he does have a point. I mean, now that RJ is off the air... at least
I've moved up the ladder, trust me.
Mike, is this an actor or are you truly retarded?
No, don't say that. That's not
No, I am not a Howard Stern character either. I would be the big cheese in that chair. One day I will sit in Stern's chair. I guarantee it.
What, on Sirius? Satellite?
Yeah, after he throws it out.
As far as the morning spot, I'm going to own mornings 20 years from now. You watch and see. With George's coaching, I'm definitely going to go right to the top.
You know who this guy reminds me of?
Okay, well, at least he's willing now to. I mean, you've got to give Mike props. He wants to make his show better. RJ would never say anything like that.
That's
right?
true.
He wants to make the show better.
George, I guarantee you, the phone calls on this program this Thursday night is going to be way different than what happened. We're going to actually get serious callers in there. I'm going to get some people, trust me. You know me. I work hard. I bought Scott Graham, Kim Douglas, and I'm telling you, Tom McCarthy this week is going to be the best damn show people have heard in a long time, so they better tune into this one.
Go ahead. Jeff, you were dying to say something. Go ahead.
I've lost interest.
All right. Well, look, Roscoe doesn't like you, and that's fine. Oh,
yeah, well, I know that. You know what I mean? Look, I finally figured him out. I did some research on the guy, and I realized his gimmick is, to make fun of people. Well, that's cool. I mean, look, George, I know you
go to the library to figure this out?
George, I knew you back in the day, and I always knew you. George, you're a hardworking guy. You're a professional. You put out a good product, and you've been trying to help me. And now I finally realize that.
Well, thank you, Mike.
Why are you causing trouble in the chat room, by the way?
Well, yeah, what's going on in there? What's going on?
No. Well, right now I'm not saying a word. I mean, so okay. I mean, just because.
Mike, why are you registered under the name Trish?
Well, see, my sister's name is Trish, and see what happened was when I registered, I was at her house, so I decided just to put it under her name.
Because you were at her house?
Well, yeah, no, because I wanted to go under, a different identity, and then I decided just to let loose and start telling people who I was. I planned on sitting back, but me, I can't do that. You know me, I'm the loudmouth of the radio, Philadelphia.
I know that, but see, the problem is, Mike, we already have a Trish.
Oh, God, you're so dumb.
So, is there any way you could pick a different name?
Wait, who said that? Was that Kyle or is that Jeff?
No, it's Roscoe. It's Jeff.
That guy's a weasel now. I'm getting sick of that weasel.
He's a dope. He's a stone
Come on, man, you're a stone cold dope.
Hand is quicker than the voice.
Like Esket said to me, are you on drugs? I called Esket from Yankee Stadium. I'll tell you a true story. I called Howard Esket from Yankee Stadium, and
he's not Paul Walker. He's not Paul Walker.
He's worse than Paul Walker.
Okay, but no, you're not doing that anymore, though. I can't.
I can't take him anymore.
Well, then
he's retarded.
You get up, you excuse yourself from the room.
No, that's only when I have to fart.
I can't have you leaning over and hanging up on my callers,
Jeff.
Jeff.
Call back. He's an ass.
I mean, for Paul Walker, it was that place in hell is reserved for Paul Walker.
It was cute. It was funny.
How can you? Oh my God! How can you take that? How can anybody take
Paul Walker just said, God, this guy is an even bigger loser than me.
He did say that. He says, even I don't have to pay for my career.
Too bad we don't have audio of that.
All right. Well, that's well. Hey, I think Mike is being sincere. I do.
He's all over the. He's being sincere in one breath, but in another breath, he's being a complete ass. He's all over the map.
Yeah, but you keep ripping on him and you keep insulting him. Of course, he's going to.
No, you have not seen what's been going on in this chat room.
That's true. Well, get me up to speed. What's going on?
He's ripping every single person here.
Like who? Who's he talking to? I remember I can't see the chat while I'm hosting the show. I have it open, but I'm not paying attention.
He was taking shots at Jill earlier tonight, or maybe that was Dennis Marcucci. I don't remember.
Oh, I'll get to the bottom of that one.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Philadelphia line.
Hello. It's Brandon Vegas.
Brandon Vegas!
Now, this is a call worth taking.
Now, I understand now Trish is coming out to meet you.
This is going to come out here for a week. We'll hang out and stuff. So.
Oh, a week? That's quite a junket now. You're looking forward to that, I hope, right?
What if by day 2 or 3 you can't stand each other?
That is true.
That could happen.
Well, that's why she has a hotel room, so she can just hang out in Vegas by herself.
All right. Good plan.
Take the shuttle back to the airport.
You should have thought of some of that plan.
Mark
got all quiet all of a sudden. He's just sitting there smiling. He's staring at me.
You need to see a doctor.
What's the matter?
I want you to be all right.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Get some pills. Car bombs will go down like nothing.
All right, so Brandon, you heard us chronicling the Marc in Connecticut trip down here, huh?
Well, I was chronicling along with Kyle last night on the forum, so.
Yes, and yeah, that was very surprising, and I didn't realize that until very early this morning. I didn't know you were posting on the board the whole night from the Audubon Ale House.
Yeah, I had the BlackBerry.
I know you could read it, but. How difficult is it to post on a message board?
It's a little bit more time consuming than having a keyboard, but it's functional.
Yeah, you can do it. Though.
So you mean while we were all living it up and dancing and partying, you were on the message board?
And by the third or fourth post, I was hammered.
Your grammar and spelling were still pretty good.
See?
Yeah.
It can be done.
It can. So all of you sober people who can't,
Mike Phillips,
you can't capitalize sentences and stuff like that. I mean, come on, if you're sober, Kyle was you were getting there.
Thanks.
Yeah. So that's props to Kyle. But
if I ever come out there, I'll drink car bombs with you guys till I fall off the stool.
I was going to say, Brandon,
that's what I like to hear.
That's what we
need
want.
to coordinate this now. Now, Brandon, if you were at the Audubon Ale House last night, something tells me Marc would have had that car bomb, right? You could have gotten him to take it, right?
I would have tried, yeah. That would have been fun to have an MP3 recorder recording the refusal and the peer pressure too.
Now I pressured the hell out of him, and he would not break. I couldn't believe it.
Even Amber put her arms around you, and
Kyle did everything short of throwing it down his mouth.
Throat. Yeah.
I mean, Amber had her arms around you, and you just sat there laughing. It was quite a sight.
In Marc's defense, I will say that you did have 2 Heinekens last night. The second one disappeared before our very eyes. I mean, I looked over, and the bottle was empty. And well, how long did it take you to drink that? Like a minute?
You
that
beat me.
The second one disappeared maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, he was pretty good with that one.
Yeah, it was gone.
The first one I had to
get an hour. The first one took a while, but the second one went right down.
I had to give him a nipple for the first one.
Everyone was talking about how you had the nipple, yes.
Yeah. It's like the baby bottle.
Yeah, so Brandon, when are you coming out here?
I'm going to have to figure that one out next. So that'd be a lot of fun.
Do you have the budget to do? Because we can't fly you out here.
Well, I can save up, and it won't be any time soon. It'll be a while. So.
Call up Marc. He'll give you all the timetables for Amtrak.
I feel really bad,
you can get a cheap flight.
I feel bad about how so many of our listeners, they save all their money and they blow all their money coming out to see us. You know, I mean, Marc, how long did you save for this trip?
Not very long. I discovered I had some available funds on my credit card.
On your what?
On my credit card.
Okay, but that's not available funds.
No,
that's
it's available credit.
Now you're in debt. So this show put you in debt, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Make him call Dave Ramsey.
Yeah, we'll hook you up.
Dave, I just went into debt to visit the Radio Racket.
What are you, stupid or something?
Debt is dumb. Cash is king.
All right. Well, Brandon, what's going on out there, Vegas?
I didn't. A couple weeks ago, Area 108 let Gonzo go, so no more Gonzo.
Gonzo's gone? Oh.
Wait. Now, this is, what's Gonzo's full name? Or is that just the name?
Gonzo Greg.
So it is the same Gonzo. Well, maybe there's a different Gonzo. Not the one who was here at MMR.
That's the same guy.
Oh, really?
Oh, I thought it was just some goofy radio name.
No. Well, that's why I was intrigued, because, Gonzo Greg was on MMR for years.
Yeah.
And now, and now he's let go in Vegas?
Oh, they hired a new program director, and now mysteriously that guy's in Morning Drive, so,
Well, have you seen the San Antonio board on Radio Info? That's what they're all saying about Henson now.
Oh, he is going to be on the air.
Yeah, but they're all saying, Henson just came in here, now he's going to fire a good host so he can do his own thing and nobody likes him. They're ripping him down there. Yeah. I tried to get involved in that, and I just realized it was a waste of time. I gotta get acclimated with the Vegas board. What's the Vegas board on Radio Info like? Is it hopping?
Well, it's been dead for a while because it's just been a bunch of jokers on there, so nobody wants to post on there.
Joker! Well, we should inject some real...
Because we're too sharp for them.
We are too sharp for them. But, I don't know the radio landscape. I don't even know the radio landscape here. But all I know about is this Radio 108 or Area 108 from what you tell me. And now it's
Area 107.9.
107.9 now. Yes. So what kind of things are you going to be doing with Trish like out on the town?
We're just going to be. She's never been here when she was of age, so now she's going to just gamble and drink and whatever.
Sounds about right.
October's a long ways away. How come you didn't plan this trip for sooner?
Oh, she has a free plane ticket or something. So all she's paying for is the hotel, so we got a cheap rate on that.
And she could get, free lodging if you let her stay at your place. She wouldn't have to pay for a hotel.
I don't have the room for that here.
You can make the room, my brother.
Oh, boy. See, you take it from Jeff. He's quite... Then again, though, Trish is under 50, so Jeff might not...
Yeah, he might not...
45's the cutoff.
Oh, is it 45? You go, it's getting lower. The low as they can go. All right,
well, I was going to send you a picture of my mom just for the hell of it to see what you thought of her.
Why is she?
Feel free.
Why is she available?
No, I just thought it'd be funny to send Jeff a picture of my mom.
All right, that's it. I want all of the Racketeers. Send pictures of your mothers.
You turn this into a bit. Roscoe rates the Racketeer moms.
This sounds like a really bad... It's a really bad Mother's Day weekend radio promotion. Audio 18 celebrating Mother's Day. Send Roscoe your mother.
MILF.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we could, have who has the best MILF.
Yes.
Well,
I was telling her, I was like, yeah, this guy is on the #2 country station in America. And he's like, oh, yeah?
Who'd you say that to?
#2 country. Wait, who? What?
The second highest cuming.
Okay. All right. Well, but she's not available though.
Jeff had money. She'd leave him for could use a new stepdad.
Oh my! Well, are
how funny would that be?
Wait. So your parents aren't together?
Brandon, did you clean your room?
Well, she's remarried, but I'm just kidding.
Okay, so your mother is remarried, but if Jeff got really a big time country radio star and became very successful, he listens to Dave Ramsey every day, so sooner or later he'll have some money. Then maybe I could see that's a sitcom right there. Jeff saying, I am Brandon, I am your stepfather, and if things really work out with you and Trish, he'll be Trish as a stepfather-in-law.
Brandon, call Uncle George. The stream's down again.
All right. Anything else happening, Brandon?
That's about it, man.
All right. Well, are you drinking anything listening to the show?
I'm taking it easy tonight.
All right. Good for you. Yeah. We're all taking it easy after last night there. Yeah.
I was pretty drunk.
Well, thank you, Brandon, and I hope this thing with Trish. Mike's still my boy, but he doesn't seem to really care about losing Trish. He seems very resilient.
But he also did say he would not be listening tonight. So we don't know.
I was going to say he's even down the shore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in Mike Phillips' old stomping grounds of Wildwood, I think.
Wildwood.
Poor people, Wildwood.
Mike has moved up to Atlantic City though. He said he's not doing Wildwood anymore. So
there's plenty more poor people in Atlantic City.
All right. Well, thank you, Brandon. And we'll check in with you this week.
And never bet the cum line.
What?
It's a craps reference.
Oh, yeah, I know. Okay. All right.
Take care, Brandon.
Thank you. Brandon. Vegas. All right, time to sneak a few more in real quickly. I want to know, what is the deal with Paul Walker's in the chat. So what happened? We banned him, so he just created another screen name? Is that what happened?
I don't know, but he's back.
Are they giving him a hard time? Is he giving them a hard time? Is he causing trouble? Is he starting schlock? Is it Big Bird After Dark? What's going on?
It's Big Bird After Dark!
Inquiring minds want to know. Who is Mercury Vapor?
Said he's called the show once, so he listens.
All right, very good.
He won't identify any further.
What's up with that? Won't identify. Okay, we have Trish, and we know one Trish is. Who would have thought it's our Trish who capitalized properly the name Trish, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, very good.
All right. Tim Burke is in Chicago. I see Roscoe, Paul Walker, Mercury, Kyle, Paul Walker, Florida Nate, Diamond Joe. Charlie Prophet is in there. There you go.
He's trying to call in.
Well, maybe this is him. Well, then we'll go to the New York line. Because is he still in Connecticut?
Yeah.
Into the microphone?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, let's see about this. New York line on the Radio Racket as we wind up the show. Hello?
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello. Is this Judge Ito?
Is that Diamond Joe?
I think it is.
Hello, is this Judge Ito?
Where's this going?
Hello, Judge Ito. Yes, you brought up OJ. OJ. Tell me about OJ, Judge Ito.
No, that's Mike Phillips trying to be funny.
See, Mike,
George is we're gonna educate you here.
I don't think was that Mike?
I don't know.
See, now
remember when Mike first called in for real, I thought it was Diamond Joe.
No, he's gone. That was Mike. Now look, see, it's okay to do it on our show because you're not paying for the time. But if you're going to do that on your own show, you're just wasting your money.
That wasn't funny though.
Not at all. I would really.
North
I don't
Coast
think
Rob or whatever his name was. He was funnier than.
Yeah, I don't think Diamond Joe would ever be that unfunny.
Yeah, Diamond Joe's funny.
He's got his stuff together.
But it didn't sound like Mike though. I didn't think. Philadelphia, go ahead.
Hello. Florida Nate.
Florida Nate. Rare phone. We don't hear from you on the phone call too frequently, Florida Nate.
Yeah, I don't call much. I don't get around to it. I'm in the chat though.
I see now. I'm not reading the chat, but I understand there's a lot of schlock going on in there.
Oh, it's hopping in there, I'll tell you.
Oh, man.
The joint is jumping.
A few more people in the chat, and they're going to need the, what do you call that, the scrolling up and down thingy, because the name list is too long.
You know, Florida... Go ahead.
I think the lines are getting jammed in the chat room.
The lines are jammed? Is there a limit to how many people can be in the chat room?
The lines are jammed.
We've never had that many people in it before. What's in it? 14?
I think the most we ever topped out was 16 or 17. So we're close.
We're close tonight. We're close. Yeah.
You know, Florida Nate has been lobbying us, at least been lobbying me very, very hard to have us do a remote from Florida.
Yeah, not just you. You know,
Oh, you've been getting those emails too?
No, Nate and I, we had a lengthy chat on the chat. What was it? A week ago? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah. We had a very nice. Sometimes one thing I love about the chat room. Have you noticed this, Mark? That people are now just using the chat room all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for the sports show last night, everyone was in there for the sports show, the sports mic last night. And sometimes I've noticed Saturday late night is becoming a popular hot time for the chat.
A secondary chat, if you will, after the Friday show.
Yes.
Al Fonseca is starting tomorrow?
What? Now, all right, so I did not get a chance to hear that audio because the computer I was using at the time can't handle audio, and I accidentally closed the window without saving it. Remember, you sent me some clips of Dick Robinson.
Oh, yeah, his whole show.
Yeah.
Dick Robinson.
Now, of course, Florida Nate works, well, I was going to say you partially work for, because he owns part of the station, for Dick Robinson.
Right.
Never
met the guy, but I technically work for him, yes.
Mastermind behind the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. And
Indeed.
Florida Nate works in paradise. You're just walking distance away from the water, right?
Yeah, I'm actually sitting outside right now, and the beautiful Gulf breeze is it's very enticing down here on the Gulf Coast.
Hey. Beautiful, yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, you were doing the mornings for a short time, right? You were filling in, right?
Well, not filling in. I join the morning guy every now and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
just, do a little bit, you know.
So you're the stunt boy.
So pretty much I'm the stunt boy of a soft AC station. I don't know how many stunts I can do, but...
All right, well, what do you think about... now, you've been following this whole Mike Phillips thing, right?
Oh, yeah. Right. The broker junior, yeah.
Now, he says now he doesn't want... What was it? I forget already. The king of all brokered media, or what was
it?
The
king of brokered...
Brokerness.
Yeah, brokeredness.
All right, well, I think his head is brokerness.
Well, all right, Nate, give me your thoughts. I know we're running short on time. I want to squeeze as many people in here. What do you think about all this? I mean, is this...
that show is hilarious. There were 8 jokers calling in yesterday.
Okay, but most of them, though, you realized had no connection to us. I mean, I didn't even recognize some of those voices.
Right. But I cut up the show, and I sent a couple clips to, I think, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
And, these are just... It's this guy talking up himself more than his guest, really.
Do you have those ready to go?
I have them, but I need... I guess I need...
Oh, okay. We need to do studio surgery. I'm probably not going to have time in 10 minutes. Now, why is Mike Phillips saying in the chat, "Go ahead and rip me again, George"? What did I say?
I don't know. He's just being retarded. Don't even pay attention.
But I didn't say anything.
He's trying to get you to talk about him, George.
His reaction.
You're not talking into the microphone. See, this is why you're not on WXCT.
And it has nothing to do with the fact you're not a woman.
We were having a going bet in the chat. Every time he mentions WXCT, somebody takes a drink.
I bet there are a lot of wasted people in that chat room.
Is someone in the chat keeping track of how many times this call letters were dropped?
I don't know what happened with that. The crazy. Who was that guy that called in earlier? Who called into Mike's show? I forget his name.
The guy who called
Dennis Marcucci.
Marcucci. Yes.
He came in and tore up the chat.
Now, what? Now is he in there now?
It was when I left.
No, he's not. He's not.
What happened? What?
Well, he was in there, trying to tear us all down, calling us, all different sorts of names, and he even brought Jill into it, I believe.
What happened?
He just went on a tirade of sorts, almost like an RJ in text form.
It's a shame that we'll never really know what RJ in text form would be like because he doesn't, read or type.
Just read some of those posts on the message boards that he put up, claiming it wasn't him.
All right. Well, I'll get to the bottom. Believe me, I'll be talking with Jill. I'll get to the bottom of that. We'll find out what the hell happened in there.
Because as some of the racketeers pointed out, Jill doesn't take any crap from anybody.
Were you
she doesn't. She definitely served it back to him.
Oh yeah, some folks, they say, well, you don't stick up for your woman. I said, are you kidding me? She does a better job than I would anyway of taking care of herself.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nate, were you trying to get in earlier and you couldn't get through on the phone?
Yeah, I was trying to get in. The lines are jammed all night.
Here's all right, we'll have it very quickly.
The lines are blinking?
State of the phone lines speech. We have been having some problems the last few weeks with the phones, and then we bought some fancy schmancy equipment that ended up not being the proper unit, so now that's being dealt. Yeah, I know now. Just shut up, Russ. Shut up, Roscoe. It's Big Bird After Dark. We're getting the stream fixed. I don't want to hear about it, all right? We're
one
doing
thing at
the
a
best
time
we
for
can.
George.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing.
This is enormous progress for me, and you know it, all right? Well, but hopefully when the phone lines are fixed, we're going to increase the capacity, I guess, increase the number of lines that trunk into the Getner. So
they'll get jammed up too.
They'll get jammed up too because as soon as one line hangs up, another one pops up, and we've done very well. The lines are jammed. So, all right,
Soon I'll be calling you collect.
Oh, that's fine. Who's going to pay for that? Mark, you can pay for that. Tell the supermarket to pay for it. Mm-hmm. All right. Nate, thank you.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you. Maybe we'll see you in the chat tomorrow night. Who knows?
All right. I'll see you.
All right, let's try to sneak in as many of these calls as we can because now if you've already called in before, don't call. We want to, let's see if we can get some of the new people in here. And, one thing that really worked out well, by the way, with Mike's show being on Thursday night. Remember, we always complained about how RJ's show is on the very next day, and then you've got that 6-day delay, and it's almost old news by the time it gets to us. But this is perfect. The only thing that sucks is we can't hear it on Thursday night. So, I don't know. New York line on the Radio Racket.
Hey, it's Charlie.
Charlie Prophet!
There he is.
There you go. Sit up straight, Nate. Mark, sit up straight.
Into the microphone.
Into the microphone now. Now, this is your old boss?
Yeah, he was the boss of WXCT.
There you go. Okay, so you, Charlie Prophet, you used to run WXCT.
I did.
And you've been listening to the show. And
I have, yes.
Thank you. And you've heard us talking with Mark about how he's obsessed with that radio station.
He loves WXCT.
I mean, he is just infatuated with that station.
He does have an obsession with the radio station, but I think it's he means well.
Oh no, nobody is saying he doesn't mean well.
He's a big teddy bear.
But like I'm just thinking, you used to run the station. You almost owned it. I mean, you LMA'd it, and I don't think. I mean, you don't even have as your avatar the Radio for Women logo, do you? I mean,
this is true. I don't.
Yeah. Now, were you running the Radio for Women format, or was that after or before you?
No, that was me. I was doing that format, and it was a talk radio for women and smart men. We weren't really trying to alienate men, but
you're alienating dumb women.
So it sounded something like like Lifetime channel only on the radio, or what? I mean, I don't know how that.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what we were going for. We had Sally Jesse Raphael on. We had Dr. Laura. We had Bruce Williams. Our local morning show was a local guy, a friend of mine, and we would I'd help him out with the morning show occasionally, and then I had an afternoon show. So it was general interest talk, and we branded it that way to let the listeners know that it wasn't really going to be a political type of radio station, because most women, not all women, but most women are tiring of the political talk. And as you know, a lot of women will mention a music radio station as their favorite radio station, but that's only because there isn't a talk format that appeals to them. I mean, you got to realize women love to talk, right?
Well, sure, and Mark is. Here's what I want to know. What was Mark like to have working for you?
Mark was, getting his feet wet. He was learning the ropes. He really enjoyed being there and liked, being able to have a hands-on type experience with the equipment and whatnot.
There you go, Mark. See, he's giving you some props there. Say something, Mark. You've got.
Yeah, he's always supported me.
That's good. Yeah, see that?
Now, who paid you more, him or the price chopper?
The price shopper.
Oh.
I had to pay my way at $9.90.
Well, it is radio.
Yeah, that's right.
It is radio. Now, Charlie, let me ask you now: had you ever owned outright a radio station before?
I have not. No, not yet.
But that's something you definitely. I'm guessing that's what you wanted to do, right? I mean, many of us, that was the dream, to own and operate our own station.
California Joe says Mark was getting his pants wet.
Oh, but don't say that. How would you? It's a shame. I wish we could have gotten you on earlier. I know the lines have been jammed all night. But what was? In 60 seconds or less, how would you sum up that whole experience? You ran it for about a year or two, right?
Well, I was a general manager for almost 5 years altogether. I had it was actually a TBA, a time brokerage agreement, and did that for about a year. Actually, about 9 months, I think, is actually under the TBA.
Now, what technically is the difference between that? Because remember, Kyle, when we I don't think we've ever talked about this on the show. Did we ever talk about
no, I don't think we ever did.
When we attempted to purchase another 990 up in southern New England, that 990. That was part of the deal, was that before the sale would be consummated, there would be a TBA, and I said, an LMA? And they said, no, a TBA. And I never, I'm not very bright, Charlie. I never really figured out what exactly is the difference.
You've got me on that one, too. I don't really know what the technical, difference is in it. An LMA is a local management agreement.
Right.
A TBA is a time brokerage agreement. There's probably some kind of, language in the law that separates the two and protects probably the owners more than the than the person running the radio station under a TBA.
RJ would probably know.
No, I don't think he would.
I'm kidding.
now, Charlie, would you ever do that again in LMA again, or do you want to? Do you still desire to own a station outright?
Yeah, it's it's in the plans for my future. The timing's got to be right, and the circumstances, learning experience for sure. I mean, learning more about that side of it anyway.
Do you have, because I've talked about this on the show before, I always, since I was a child, my dream was always to own and operate my own station. And that dream in the last 5 years has waned down to almost nothing. Just as I've seen the direction, not only the direction the industry has gone, but the fact that I just don't believe radio overall, is terrestrial radio anyway, is really relevant and won't. I don't think it will be very relevant to many people's lives in the next 10 to 15 years. And I think what we're doing right now is really the future. I don't know. How do you feel about that? I mean, do you still have the same drive to do it as you may have, 10 years ago?
I don't know. I mean, I agree with you. With the internet, wireless type of entertainment is definitely the future. It's so easy to get content on your cell phones now. I mean, that's really where things are going. I think having a terrestrial station, is partly helping to build up a brand in a market. I mean, that's pretty much what you can do with the radio station. It just helps build your brand awareness, because people do get in the car and they do turn on the radio. They don't turn on their cell phone, when they're driving, as far as listening to a radio station. And until you have the wireless internet just built right into every car, people are going to be turning on the radio. So you got at least another 5 years, or maybe even 10, before that becomes the mainstream.
Oh, but without doubt, it's coming. I mean, I know.
Oh, yeah.
They're talking about this. I saw the prototype that's being unveiled in Europe with the in-dash. Have you seen the pictures of this yet, Kyle? The in-dash Wi-Fi, not Wi-Fi, WiMAX or whatever, the one that would be the municipality would cover the signal. It's right in the dash. It's amazing.
Nice.
And you guys saw some of the internet-only radios. I'll tell you, Charlie, running this Audio 18, which right now is nothing. I mean, we've only got 2 shows on here. Big things, big future plans, but right now we're still just crawling here. But just running this little tiny operation has really quenched that desire of mine to I never thought it would. But I get to be king of the channel and, program all the little things and the spots and this and that. It's actually kind of cool. I never thought I could liken this to running a real station.
You love Audio 18.
I love what it could become. We're not there yet for love, But, Charlie, I hope you call in more frequently, even though Mark won't be here.
Absolutely. I apologize. I actually got in a little bit late. We had a little family issue. One of our pets passed away this evening, so I got on a little bit late. But it's been a lot of fun, and I do enjoy listening to you guys. And I will definitely, you've got a new fan.
Thank you, Charlie.
Spread the word.
I appreciate that, and
tell all your friends.
Family's important. I mean, that's why the show has a replay. We're here all weekend. Although hopefully now the stream will be up. So, Charlie, thank you. Thank you.
You guys take care.
Appreciate that. All right. Well, that's good positive way to end the show.
Had a lot of nice things to say about Mark.
Yes, Mark. See that? You got him in under the wire there. How about that? Well, Mark,
that's why you got to ignore these idiots on the board that are giving you a hard time.
Mark, we didn't even scratch the surface of some of the things. I mean, I still wanted to talk about. You attempted to break dance at one point. You had you can still call in. We can continue this,
or just come back next week.
And of course,
once you've tackled your fear of driving,
the pictures, of course.
Yeah. Next time I'll just take a bus.
Friends, don't forget live remote. This coming Thursday night, 7 to 9 p.m. right here on Audio 18, broadcasting live from the Audubon Ale House, the Sports Mike, Dan Alicia, and Andy Forston. And then at 10 o'clock, it's the Sports Rock Showdown.
And those pictures will be up. Just keep watching the message board. We'll get the pictures up.
All right. Mark, thank you. We'll be in touch. You'll be calling in the show, guys. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
If you If you missed any portion of this program, it will repeat.
Hi, this is Charlie Bennett inviting you to join me and DJ Dino at Michael's Cafe on Street Road in Ben Salem. We are there every Saturday night playing your favorite tunes to dance to, and we know you're going to have a great time. So join us again this coming Saturday night at Michael's Cafe, Street Road in Ben Salem. We'll see you there.
Hi, everybody. This is Dan.
And this is Andy.
From the Sports Mic. Come out and see us live at the Audubon Ale House.
In Audubon, PA.
On July 26th.
At 7 o'clock.
Where we'll be doing our show live. No matter if you're an Eagles,
Steelers,
Cowboys,
Ravens,
or Giants fan, you're all welcome. Bring your comments
and your A game to our away game.
Stick around and challenge us after the show for the Sports Rock Showdown. And please don't use the Q word.
We'll see you there.
We had a party unsurmountable.
This is Audio 18, Sonic Set, owned and operated 18 America.